What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. I'm just watching a trade right now. I've taken an E short just now. Just literally not too long ago. Probably minutes or two. Just watching this, how it goes. I'll discuss that in just a moment. I'm just watching this now. Anyway, let's get cracking. Oh man, you know what I hate? Is actually being in the trade while doing a stream. It's not so easy. I don't like monitoring it. I don't like But Arcliano spots as in like Country Club. Yes, by all means. Come on. I'm 1 hour up now, so come on. I'll show you. I'll talk about it in just a moment. There. Yeah. So there are spots available for the Country Club. We are closing up to 100 followers, so it will be capped really soon as well. For I don't know how long it will be, but anyway, let's get cracking. I need to make a quick roll up. I'm kind of playing this up. Oh fuck, you know he's okay. We'll see how it goes. But the guys in the DCC know exactly what I'm talking about. I posted a plan about an hour ago regards to a pullback, and then any pullback breakdown, and then we'll play it level to level. They understand what I'm talking about anyway. So the ETH short is in play at the moment. Stops is above the highs at the moment. I mean, for me, it's a bit tight. It's about what, 12.98, 12.99. You can put it to 1300. A bit of a $2 leeway, but nah, I'm not high, pirate. It's a roll up. It's just literally roll up. I'll start smoking cigarettes. It's really bad for me. It's fucking up my throat. Nah, I don't smoke weed, man. Weed is haram, innit? I say that with a fat ass grin, innit? But if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. No, I'm just gonna make a cigarette now, actually, once again. Anyway, how you guys doing, man? It's Thursday, gloomy in the fucking UK, shit as hell, you know? I am going on a stream with Cuff in the Dip tomorrow, I believe. I'm still in talks with him right now, actually. We're just discussing the, well, there's a time difference between me and him, right? It's going to be like 3 a.m. in the UK time, man. Fuck. But, you know, it's for another brother. You got to do what you got to do, innit? So let me just make a quick roll up, and then we do the morning shout. I should have done this first, but because, you know, I was just watching that trade. I'm just watching this now on the fucking 5 minutes. I'll talk about the whole thing. Talk about dollar index and the lot, everything else. You know, the usual stuff. Look for a possible trade there. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Motherfucker, where is TE? Who's TE? Tiro. I'm not high. Pirate, I'm not high. I'm like, I can count the alphabet backwards. Look. Z, Y, X, W, V, U. You know what I mean. I can read the alphabet backwards. Trust me, like, I'm good, man. I'm not high. It's too early to get high, man. Come on, Pirate. Do I look like you, fam? Stream Elements. Who the heck is Stream Elements? How the fuck does Stream Elements get here? Who's this geezer? Is that a thingy, a bot? I don't even know. So Ralph is like lives in LA, so the market always moves around 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Yep, it does. The UK time at 3 o'clock UK time is when it gets really volatile. So UK time to LA, I mean to New York is -5. So -5 is be like 10 o'clock the New York time ish. So LA time, I'm not too sure. It probably is around that time. Oh yeah, I'm not too sure what time it comes there. What's going on, Richfield? Yo, Richfield, you long or you short? You tell me. Yeah, I saw the tweet, Goonie. I saw the tweet that you posted on the DCC as well. Yo, Stream Elements and Tips bot. Sweet. Waiting for New York to slap this down. Yeah. I went in aggressively right now. But anyway, let's do the morning chat. Let's do the morning shout, man. There's a lot of people here. 46 people here. Shout out to all you guys. Smash the likes. Hit the subscribe button. Let's do this anyway. So we got Jordan in the house. 11 a.m. Someone had to get nah. You know what? I had a phone call and whatever. I had some meeting to sort out, and that's why there's a bit of a delay there. So that's why it's 11 o'clock. But I was up at like freaking like 6 in the morning. But I did post it on Twitter as well. Dirty, what's going on, brother? We got Daink Country Club. Am I gonna get stopped out? Talk about it in a bit. It is aggressive play anyway, so we'll see how it goes. We got Dirty, we got Guna, we got Piotr in the house. What's going on, champ? Hello, boy. You got Arcliano. You got yes, Piotr. You joining the thingy, the DCC. When did you join in? Just now. 1 minute. Have a look. Awesome, Piotr. Glad to have you here. So we got David's in the house as well. Yeah, let's smash the stream out today. Pirates here as well. We got Gorog, Adam, how you doing, my brother? Turdy's in the house, dogs. Nah, I didn't sleep in, man. Bruv, leave me. What a geezer. Gandalf's in the house too. Ralph here. Luke's also here. Joe Crate. We got Ed. We got Pirate. As I said, Pirate already. Derry's in the house too. Morning to you too as well. We got John Caboose here. Joe Crate. Rico. Morning. Circuit. Kenneth. Goonie. That is something someone is who's high. Nah, bruv. Like, leave my high alone, man. I'm not even high, fam. We got Rob. BC Richfield. Who else we got? We got Alan. We got Justin. And we got Kev Koi Crypto. What's up, my bro? Shout out to all you guys, man. Smash the likes, man. 51 people's here. I'm really pleased to have that. Have you guys here. So, Hunter's in the house. I ain't seen you in a while, Hunter, man. Open to bribes. What a geezer. What a geezer. Yeah, man. Richfield, sort us out, innit? Big love to Richfield. Smash the likes, man, everybody. We got Morningstar in the house too as well. Okay, so crypto yesterday hasn't moved by much, right? We got earnings coming out in the next couple of days. Today, I know we got Tesla earning camp coming out. I had a look at the reports of the Nasdaq as well. It's fluctuating. It's up and down and whatnot. There's not like it. It's gonna be. We're gonna have to wait till the rest of the month actually. In terms of earning wise, there's not much to say about that. But in the meantime, it's a price action show. So we are gonna actually look at price action itself and literally just study what price is doing and see what we can get out of it. You know, we can get a little squeeze into it here and there and whatnot. So let's see. The thing is, when you're entering aggressively, I'm still looking at this chart right now. Let me show it to you. I entered in here, man. This is where I entered. So is that break even right now, or just slight loss there? But yeah, it's going to break even or whatever. But we'll talk about this plan itself. So while I'm in the trade, I'm going to actually tell you what's up. Okay. Let's go Ethereum. I'm going to do it differently. We're going to do it backwards. Go Ethereum, Bitcoin, ES, and dollar index. Okay. So with Ethereum, there's not much thingy. With Ethereum, there's not much to say apart from, look, this is Monday's range. This week's Monday's range, right? That's the Monday's high, and that's Monday's low. With a deviation, support, and then here is the big ass motherfucking deviation. We don't know if it's a deviation or not. I am leaning on bearishness here because we are at resistance here. You can look. There's two arguments here. The first argument is number one. What do we have here? Let's go on the 15 minutes on the hourly. Number one, we have this, right? We have a range bound environment that we're still stuck in here. We talked about this yesterday, so I'm just going to highlight the lows and the highs, okay? That's what it is. We're stuck in this range here, okay? That's what we're stuck at. We're finding support at range low. No problem, that's fine. What I'm seeing here is an inefficiency here, which I want to play for the inefficiency to actually squeeze into here, all right? The short play in terms of confirmation, we'll talk about it in just a moment, right? Actually, let's do that now. So, can you see how price, can you see how price is actually becoming heavier and heavier? Let me just move this to the side like that. There we go. You can see how price is getting heavier and heavier. So we've got low to high, high to low, and then it's bouncing up, right? And we're finding resistance. This to me is quite not so. It doesn't show me bullishness here. You see this area consolidation over here. This is where price is wicked into, found resistance and sold off, right? When we bounce off and we did this massive deviation, we come back up. We come to the mid range between here, and that's where we found resistance here. Here was the mid range between this high to this low. The mid range between this high to range low. That's where the mid range is, and you can see we found resistance, and we come back down. So show me heaviness already, right? So I'm not too keen about that. I don't really like it. Short-term trading. I'm not saying we're going to go to like to 1K or like $500. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we're just looking at what the price is saying. At the moment, the price is looking heavy. You can see, I said it to you guys, right? I think I must have said it on the stream here. Definitely said it on the stream. What's going on, Balwinder? How you doing? Fucking hell. So, imagine a bouncing ball, right? Imagine like trading is like a bouncing ball. Okay, you know how we bounce it like a ping pong? We play like it's like momentum. I'm gonna do a bit of physics today, okay, guys? So bear with me. So you know in physics, right? I don't know the laws of Newton's laws, first law, second degree, or third degree. I can't remember that. It's been a long time. So, but anyway, like you know how we play this as a ping pong from low to high, high to low, and it's just like it's one. It's just bouncing one after another. and you got momentum. The momentum is coming from longs, right? And the momentum is coming from shorts. And that's what's bouncing it up and down, up and down, up and down. But when you, like, just now picture this, right? Let's say you've been playing for like 2 hours. Newton's third law. Is that the one? I can't remember, mate. I really can't. But circuit, if it is Newton's third law, you know what? I'm going to check this out, actually. If circuit is saying, what's Newton's, well, 1 minute. Newton's third law. Well, I'm guessing law of motion. That's right. Yeah. With every reaction, there's an opposite. With every action there's an opposite that's a reaction to it as well. So yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right. Fucking hell. Someone's paid attention to class, man. Fucking hell, circuit, my man. Yo, shout out to circuit, yo. That was gangster though, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the coolest thing I've seen in a long time, you know. Circuit just like, bang, Newton's third law, motherfucker. So that's what he was like. So, imagine you're playing ping pong, right, with circuit. Now, circuit knows the Newton's third law, right? And you're playing like the first 10 minutes, right, you both have energy. Okay, you both have energy. You're both bouncing it up and down, up and down. Squeeze a bit closer to the table, right, to the net, and smack it back down to bounce it back down. And because you're so weak, right, you're so tired, what happens is, right, it comes all the way back down. There's a deviation right there. So that's like, picture like circuit had just smashed the ball, right, and you're going all the way back. Like, then you have to kind of smack it back in, and that's what you're doing. Like, you're going all the way back to smack it back in. But then circuit's by the fucking net, kicks it in and kicks it back in, right? And you're like, what the fuck, circuit? Chill out, innit? That's what you're doing, innit? And like the momentum, and it's just the same thing. The momentum, when that happens in a game, and you're seeing that kind of reactions happening, you're like, you're gonna lose. Like, circuit's gonna win because circuit's getting close to the net. He's actually smacking this out. He's smashing the ball away from you as well. You have to do a lot more effort, and you don't have the energy to push it back up all the way up there. You understand? Unless you have a Gatorade or a fucking, I don't know, like, or what people are having, Red Bull, Monsters, shit like that. You know, I don't know what these kids are having nowadays. But unless you have something crazy in it, then you fucking send the ball back up to range high. So at the moment, right, as we can say, from the ping pong ball analogy, right, trading's like ping pong. It's like a ping pong game. That's what it is. So from here, we can start seeing that like, okay, the momentum is shifting heavier and heavier. That's one idea to look at it. Another way is if you get a bouncing ball, you throw it in the air, you know how you bounce it up and then it comes back down. The motion is not going to be the same because energy has been lost through like kinetic energy. We've got sound energy. We've got heat energy. We've got the lot. So the ball won't bounce at the top. It'll bounce a little bit lower, and then it's losing momentum all the way down until it goes flat, and then that's it. And then until you fucking chuck it away, right? So that's the momentum that I'm looking at. I think the shorts at the moment is actually quite well. It's going well, but we'll talk about it in just a second. So that's what it's looking like. It's looking really, really heavy. It's not looking too great. So to me, it's that on a short-term trade, I'm looking just to play it back down into this area consolidation. We'll talk about it in just a second. And at the same time, the argument against me, right? I have to be very critical, because remember, when you're trading, you have to be very critical in your trade. You always got to ask yourself a few things, right? What is your probability of the likeliness of it going up higher? What's the probability of going lower? How would you manage the trade? X, Y, and Z. Okay, so that's one. Now the argument against me, right? They say, yeah, we're studying the long, right? With a stop loss over here, right? Invalidation, I'd say it would be over here, this low there. The opposite against that is that, well, hang on a second, we're back at range low. You don't short range low. Well, I'm not saying I'm shorting at range low. I'm not shorting over here. I'm shorting over here to play it back down over here. And I'll take profits when I need to take profits. And that trade is going well. Alhamdulillah, mashallah. You know what? It's looking good. I don't want to lie to you. I'm quite happy about that. But the energy, right, that one can argue is that we're at range low. So what the probability is, you've been playing it to level, which is 25%, which is wherever 25% is, and then to mid-range. At the mid-range, we see how we react from there. Whole bullishness, then we play back to 75% range, and then range higher. That's the argument against me. But what I'm looking at is a much more smaller time frame to see, okay, where do we have certain areas that we can look at and play. Now, I'll bring in my levels, okay? We've got a couple of levels. Number one, the all-important one that we always need to remember, no matter what, every month, right? We are, we're past halfway through the month, okay? We are on what date? Was the 20th today? Is it the 20th today? I believe it is the 20th, yeah. It's the 20th today, You can see I'm in profit. I'm in 1 hour profit there. Happy days, right? And that's a really good thing. And and that's why I did the Ethereum. I need to watch this as I'm talking to you as well, or as I'm talking shit. You're a ball winder, and I'm a and I'm a circuit. What a geezer! Love that energy, man. So there's a few things you need to pay attention. Number one, what do we need to remember? Where is the monthly open? Are we above the monthly open or are we below the monthly open? Right now, we can clearly see that we're below the monthly open. Everyone can agree that. That's the monthly open that happened on the 1st of October. So it comes all across there. And we are over here. We've had some sort of reaction. Okay, let me, if I just highlight this, right? And let's just talk about the monthly open and we'll just do this level to level, okay? So this is the monthly open approximately around here. Oops, fuck off. This is the monthly open, okay? Now let's just talk about that on the 4 hours. Let me just delete that. 4 hours, do it again. Okay. I'm just gonna spread this out so I can see what the candles are looking like so we can start discussing this properly now, okay? So here is the monthly open, right there, okay? And let's have a look at what's going on in the 4 hours. You can see in the 4 hours, it looks kind of shit. It looks fucking crap. Where's your shit? Oh yeah, dude, yeah, migraines. Thanks for that, man. Thank you, Walwinder. Thank you, Arcliano. I am killing the shorts actually. It's been easy though. It hasn't. Well, yes, there has been a bit shit, but we'll talk about that briefly as well anyway. But as you can see on the 4 hours, sometimes you need to actually zoom out. Just zoom out instead of looking at the 5 minutes, the 1 hour, the 2 hours, or 15 minutes, whichever time frame you're looking at. Zoom out. Go up on the 4 hour. Go up on the daily. It changes your perspective. It helps put things into line so you can understand what's going on. So number one, right? Remember, price is telling you a story. We just got to read the story. So we had a monthly open. And what happened is the beginning of the month, we come back down. So it looks like we made the wick of the month, or the low of the month, right? That's number one. Then price comes back up and it's now showing us bullishness because we're above the monthly open and we come back down as a retest, happy days, support, and we make a higher high. So this is the low, right? So far, we can agree this is the low. And that's the higher, higher high. We're just focusing on, forget about all the shit. Fuck that. We're just focusing on solely in October, okay? I need you to cast your eyes on October. I don't give a shit about anything else. I'm just talking about solely what this is, and we're gonna try and read what October's happening. That's the higher high. Then we made the higher low, right here. Then we made a higher high. Market structure is looking good, right? Happy days. So we want to see higher highs by going back up. What happened next? We come back down, we lose this low, and now that's the lower low. That becomes a lower high. Lower low. Lower high. And then we make this massive wick, and then already we can see that's the new lower low. We can see that price comes back up. Yes, it does take out these highs there, but this is where it gets interesting, right? With market structure, right? We got number one. Let me delete all this shit because obviously market structure is shifting, right? Because it's actually it's showing that that's a higher high, and that's the higher low, but that's a lower high, and this is a higher high. It's now becoming choppy, and this is what a lot of you see this on Twitter. Price action is choppy, price action is choppy. Shut the fuck up, you can't fucking trade, you dumb shit, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, price action is choppy. You just can't even read the fucking, like the bloody, what you call it? Lower time frame. But anyway, that's them. So we're gonna do us. So as you can see right now, so we know market structure is, this is the new lower low, right? This is the mega lower low here that we got liquidity resting down here. Yes, we come back up, we're holding it there, no problem. But the problem is here is this. The monthly open is the key factor. Look what happened at the monthly open. You see how we consolidated above it, come back down, retest. Retest it once, retest it twice, bang, sell off. Then we come back into this area. Small little deviation over here, but we have a clean retest over there. Sells off. Comes back up, right? Then we look like we had to reclaim. How do we actually say, yeah, the confirmation for highs was this? Well, what we were talking about many, many times ago, right? Like, you guys may have forgotten, was if we reclaim, right, and hold above it, this is when we can say there's bullishness in the market, and that is definitely the high low, and then we can go up higher, breaking this higher high, and look at this liquidity, and this liquidity, well, focusing in October's liquidity over here. This is September's liquidity. Fuck that. We'll talk about that. Like if we ever take out this, then we start talking about this. So the fact is that look what this, as a simple SR, this high caused a reaction of resistance, and then it gets back below the monthly open, finds resistance over here, which means that this price action here was just a deviation of monthly open. It never gave us any confirmation. You know what I'm saying? We were shorting it over here from there to down below. We literally did that. We literally played the shorts quite well. So it is what it is now. Now, what's happened now? So that's the first SR which found resistance. Could it come back up? Yes, it could. It could potentially come back up, right? I'm not saying it can't, but it could come back up. But we start looking at this monthly open is bearish. So we can't be looking for massively higher prices at $1,500, $1,800. I don't know what people are talking about these days, right? These crazy ass numbers. We can't be looking at those numbers yet. We have to look at what is each level. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys over and over again. Play this to level. Break this down. You don't need to complicate things. Some traders are macro traders. Some traders actually play on the high level, on the 4 hours. You see them, you can notice them really easy. They love charting on the 4 hours because they can't play that 1 hour, 15 minutes, or even the 10 seconds or 15 seconds trade. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own style. But always remember, when you're looking at charts on Twitter, on YouTube, or wherever you're looking at, that always remember that whatever time frame they are looking at and they're comfortable at, that's the area they'll be looking for. So a lot of macro traders, right, who'll be looking at the 4 hours, they'll be like, okay, Daink, you know what? I want price to come up here, find resistance, and then sell off here, right? That's what they're looking for. No problem. Me, I'm saying, you know what? Let's fucking just take out. Let's go a little bit lower. Let's make a couple of R's. You know, I'm looking for a 7-hour move, which is super aggressive, right? But it is what it is. So we can see there's a deviation here. That's number one. Now, number two, right? Is there any sort of level that's causing any problems in this area? Well, we do. We have a couple of levels. Number one, right? So let's have a look. Yeah. So are we having any levels there? So we can start marking out lower lows and lower highs and all that kind of stuff. So like, not lower lows. Look for SRs. So one SR that in particular that stands out is probably this level. As you can see, price is actually like, you know, I mean, you can mark out this level here. You can mark out all these levels there, no problem. You can mark out whatever level here. But I'm just focusing on where price is currently at, which is reacting to this level here. You can see support, deviation, support. We find support here, come back up, deviates below it, above it, below it, gets below it, holds support, makes higher highs, similar to this price action over here, to this price action there, then shanks down low, makes down low, right? So once we come back up, right, and you can start seeing, once we come back up, we find resistance of the main key level, which is the monthly low, and then we come back down, breaks down, find resistance, shoots up. Now, again, we've come back down, find a deviation, and shut back up. So, which is perfectly fine for us to play back into this area, which comes into about what? 1288. 1288, which makes sense because this is a smash up, right? We smashed above it into this area. Can you see that candle, this very candle here? We smashed below this key level. This is an SR, right? We smashed above it. So, which makes sense. Why not retest this, hold above it, and then let's go higher? I don't mind doing that. But I'm looking on a lower time frame. So now, so you see how I'm looking for certain areas of reactions? You know? Like, it's all there. It's all there. And all you got to do is just try and find it. So, I'm not saying that, yeah, let's go down to this level here, 1260, and let's go down. I'm not saying that. I'm like, let's just go over here, you know? Maybe a little bit of a squeeze there, here and there, but let's just play it level to level. So that's one way. Now, if we start zooming in to the 1 hour, what do we have in particular, right? Then we start marking our levels, right? And our levels are here. We know we've got this September's range, September the 19th range, that Monday. That's still in the range band environment there. We then also can start marking out Monday's range. And what happened at Monday's range? In black, it's just right here. So let me just mark this out. Let me go on 50 minutes. And then I'm just going to bring all this together and it's going to make a little bit of sense why I'm targeting this area, okay? So the first one I want to mark out is this low over here. This is the 19th of September's Monday's low, which we've been playing in a month. It's the 20th of October, a month. A fucking month, you know? I don't know what to say, but it's a month, right? So that's one. Number two, let's start marking out Monday's high, Monday's mid, and Monday's low. That's what we're going to mark out. Nothing else. Keep it nice and simple. And let's just keep it nice and relaxed there. I'm in some decent profit, mashallah. We'll see what happens now. It's key in the next 3 minutes, to be honest, what happens in the next 3 minutes. Alright. Yeah. VC. That's it. There we go. So that's one, right? So let me just remove all this shit here. We now start concentrating on the area that we're looking at. Okay, do we have, right? So number one, so we made the low, made the high, and then all we did, took out liquidity, found resistance over here, sells off, comes back to range low, bounce to mid range, and it doesn't reclaim and hold above it. Because we like to see that basically we are in particular are fighting against Circuit. Circuit's a fucking ping pong master over here, right? With the laws of third Newton's law degree, he's got in his pocket, and he's got a freaking the graduation hat on as well, and he's all flinging in the air, and he's still smacking the fuck out of you. You know, this is what's happening. Like Circuit's fucking us over here. Like, he's the bear in this game, innit, right? And like, so what's happening is, right, we've come over here to mid range, and we can't establish support. I mean, where we would like to look for some support at the very minimum, right? I like to see the thing at this minute, like this low can't be lost, right? This low here can't be lost. Why is that? Well, if market structure is going highs, higher, low, what do you call it? High, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, and then make a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Then it goes to lower high. Then it comes to lower low. Then we break the market structure here, and we come back up, and we make a new higher high. We don't want to see this low to be lost. What happens is shortly after, it loses the low. And then what happened yesterday, obviously price became such a dickhead, and decided to fucking dickhead about over here. Like a fucking dickhead, right? It just decided to dickhead about. That's literally what it was. But where did he find resistance? He found resistance on this particular consolidation right over here. So that was a significant area to short. What happened was I was in a long yesterday. Price come up to here, took out the highs over there. I took some profits around here itself, and I brought my stops to break even. I mentioned it in the country club there, and I got stopped out in break even. I was like, fuck this shit. I spent all day for literally like a couple of cents of profit. Fuck this shit. So I just decided to walk away. I was like, you know what? I told the guys, I said, listen, there's nothing else that we can do about it. We just have to wait for tomorrow. Let Asia unfold and see what Asia does, right? And it just so happens Asia comes back down. Like price continues to grind back down all the way down here, and then smacks down, comes back into this here. It's a retest, comes back up. We're doing another retest. Is this a deviation? We don't know. So my idea is this now. Looking at what we've got here, let me get that fucking line back up. Bastard, where is it? That's the low, right? So looking at this right now, I said to the guys this, right, is that this area consolidation, right? Where is it? There we go. This area consolidation, can you see this? Look at this. See this area consolidation right here? Let me change the color. I think it makes it a bit more easier on color. See this area consolidation is all over here. This is where we're finding resistance. We consolidated, we lost it, broke down, come back up, resistance, 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 come back up, yeah, resistance, it's still resistance. I am wrong in the area on the idea. If we come back up and hold above this, what that means, it's just a reclaim of Monday's low and a reclaim of this block. Right? If we can reclaim this block, then we can start playing it to within 25% of the range, and then I'd say probably targeting around this area here, around here, which is it comes to about 1310. Let's call it 1310, and take out these liquidities there. There's double high. Oops, double tops over there. Take out the liquidity there. Then I play up there, and whatever I lost, right? I'm happy to do that. I'm really quite happy to take the loss. I don't really like this idea here. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we'll have to see. I want to see us lose this area, but anyway, we'll talk about that in just a second. Do you recommend to buy the token you short on Twitter? I ain't shitting shit, fam. What are you talking about? Oh, the XDAO. XDAO is thingy. It's a DAO thing that's been launched today, I believe. I'm gonna check it out. I'll probably buy a bag myself. I'll probably buy a bag as well myself. But we'll see. But the thing is, I need to be a bit careful before. I'm gonna be very, very honest with you guys, right? If the market's not looking good, there's no reason for me to be buying any tokens. I don't see reasons for me to be buying tokens unless you want to be a bag holding it, or maybe go for a little flip here and there. That's one thing. But in terms of actually buying and holding and looking for like a 2x, 5x, 10x move, no. I wouldn't do that. There's been, I know a number of degen players, for example, who actually played the degen coins of like the WCI and whatever. One guy in particular was telling me that he put in, about half an ETH? No, 0.05 ETH, and he's walked away with like 30 ETH or some shit like that. Like from there, I'm like, yo, and it's all come down to like your preference. I'm not telling. I would never ever tell anyone buy this. Never ever tell anyone to buy this. Like looking at like a potential place is one thing. One thing, like for example, A0 was one that I was really looking to actually get into. I do hold a bit of A0. I'll be honest with you. I bought some around 80 cents from the last dump, not the dump recently, the last dump. I still got some holding. I haven't got rid of all of them actually. I thought I did. I didn't. So I'm holding a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so like again, if the market looks bad, I'm looking to cut everything off and look at buying things a lot more lower afterwards as well. Guten Tag. Wie heißt du? Nah, I'm not staking A0. You know, everyone's telling me to stake it. You know what it is? Like, I'm not a fan of staking. I've never staked in my life. Actually, no, it's a lie. I staked once in it, and by the time I unstaked it, because I got staked once, I got locked in for 90 days, and in the 90 days, right, that like $10,000 became, and I don't know how much it was. I put $10,000 into staking on some fucking Uniswap coin. Was it Shadow or something like that, or some shit like that? By the time I pulled out the 10 grand, it was like 3 grand. I'm like, fuck you. So, and since then, I was like, fuck staking. Motherfucking staking, man. But yeah, man, stake is the one, man. What's your favorite cut? Bro, I tell you something, man. If I get higher every stream, right, I'm not even high now. I get higher, right? This conversation will be a completely different conversation. We won't be fucking talking about the charts right now. I'm telling you, we wouldn't give a shit. Can we have a look at Ocean? Ocean is something I'm looking to buy in the future. That is definitely, is it Ocean? Yeah, Ocean is definitely one on there. No, not Ocean. OGN. OGN is one that I'm looking to buy in the future. You know, let the bear market happen, and that's something I'm going to accumulate there. How much? I mean, like, at what price? I don't fucking know what price it will go to. But it's, I think it's like 14 cents at the moment. I wouldn't mind it if it comes to like 7-8 cents. I wouldn't really mind another 50% drop. You know, it'd be quite nice. You know, then I'll bag hold the fuck out of it. Like, I'm happy to hold like a couple of decent amount on that, and then we'll see what happens on a couple of G's and shit. But we'll see. But for now, like, there's nothing that I can. What do you think? I think QNT is gonna dump. I think QNT will have to dump hard. It will dump the hardest, in my opinion, when it's time to start dumping. But we can again, a 1.5 inch ribeye. Ooh, ribeye is nice, you know. I like sirloin, you know. T-bone. I like a T-bone though as well. To be honest, any kind of steak is good. You know. Yeah, I think everyone's looking for this dump. We're all looking for the dump. You know, it'd be quite nice to get a dump there. Tim, you know what it is? End of the day, right? I would never ever tell anyone buy this, buy it. I'm not that kind of guy. I may like if I'm looking at entering, I'm looking to enter it, but I always look at BTC and Ethereum. That's why I always do the show every single day, BTC and Ethereum, because it gives me the confidence to restart buying. Look at XRP was pumping up to like 50 cents. Everyone was like, yeah, 70 cents, 80 cents. But shut the fuck up, man. It was at mid range. How you gonna long XRP? Doge pumped. You know, the thing is, like, what's happened with Doge? It's not that, it's at 59 cents, 0.059. It's like lower than when you ever pumped. You know, all these tokens are pumping, but they're selling off APT, Aptos. You pumped in it because of the listing, and then it's dumped, you know? So, Wagyu, I've never had a Wagyu ribeye, you know? Gandalf. I've had a Wagyu taco, you know? That's fucking lit. But the thing is, I'm Muslim in it, so I eat halal. So finding halal Wagyu, it's not so easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I had it in Mayfair. There was what's that? Novikov. I went to Novikov, right? And I remember one time I went to Novikov, right? And me, another person, right? We had a small little square table, and I looked at the person, and I'm like, this is not gonna be enough, man. We need a fucking 4-6 table in it. And I go to the guy, I said, can we have a bigger table? And he's like, no, this is 2 people. I'm like, bro, I told him, bro, we're gonna order a lot of food. And he's like, yeah, everyone says that. I'm like, trust me, we're Muslims in it, right? We're brown. We don't eat like white people. White people eat like a small little portion of mashed potatoes, some peas, and maybe a bit of carrot, like a half a carrot there, 5 pieces of peas, and then a quarter of a piece of a chicken. But we're gonna eat like fucking loads in it. And he's laughing at it. He's laughing and shit like that, right? He's like the guy is white as well, right? Obviously, Novikov in it. You don't get foreigners over there, but especially in Mayfair, you know what I'm saying. But thing is, fucking like I go to the guy. I'm like, yo, can I get a crab leg, right? So you know the king crab leg, that this long, the fucking long, man, thick as hell, man. And then oh shit, got stopped out. Okay. So I'm looking for a thingy. So we're looking for this sort of price action right here now. That's fine. Okay, no problem. You know when you make 27 hours, then you're like, all right, then you can't too complacent. Just because you make 27 hours in one day doesn't mean you're gonna, just chill out, whatever. You still gotta work hard, still grind. So any retest we're looking for, here we go. Okay, strong. So any retest and hold above it. Let's go higher. If this is a stop run, that's number one. Then we can enter in like that, playing it to this level over here, and then to mid range. That's what we're looking for bullish play. If by any chance it becomes, whoops. If it were to become, if this was just a stop run off from these highs over here, no problem. If it comes back down, I'll wait for a reaction, something like this, then play it down to this low. So, this will be support over here, lose this area there, then we feel like this inefficiency over here. Target 1, you can say over here. Target 1 will be there, target 2 will be here, and then that fills out all the inefficiency over here. Target 2, and that will fill out all the inefficiency over here, 1 and 2, and then see if we can squeeze into 19th of September's range low. That's what we're looking for. I wouldn't long just yet. Let the close happen. Let's see what happens. We've got 6 minutes 38 seconds to see a close on that. So it could be a stop run and they stop me out like a bastard, but it is what it is. So yeah, I ordered my fucking thingy crab leg, right? And like the person I was with, right, had the whole crab leg, like, they ate half of it and I ate half, and I was like, we ordered loads of food in it, and I was like, we need more crab legs. So we ordered 5 more crab legs. The guy's like, you're kidding. I'm like, nah, 5 more crab legs. And the table, I'm like, this is why I need the fucking bigger table. Fucking hell, man. The T-bone and Lahore Karai. What? Yeah, Lahore Karai. Yo, yeah. What are you saying? Should we go? Get a T-bone. I only eat pink tacos. Don't like the roast beef taco. Oh, don't ya? Okay, nah. I prefer smoking cigarettes, man. Hey, so yeah, we're just looking at for. You see how price is coming back down into that block itself. So I'm not too convinced yet. I'm not too convinced. There's a long. It could just be a stop run. It could well be a stop run, And all it's done is just come back into this area here. All it's done is come back to here, and that's the reaction. That's the reaction. And if it comes back down, plays back into this area, then all this is, right, and they play it back into the targets we were talking about, all this is this area here was a deviation. This price action was a deviation of this area consolidation. That's what it was. So we gotta see. Reclaim and hold. If this is your confirmation now. Confirmation is this. Let me just fucking move that there. Confirmation is this. So come back down, hold above it. Once it reclaims this box, that for me is, yeah, let's fucking go. Take out these double tops there. And let's come into this area, that 13, whatever the number we talked about, which is about right over here, approximately here, which is about 1310. Yeah, 30. Let's go to 1310. That's what we're looking for. And then from there, can we squeeze it up into mid-range, taking out this liquidity there. That's what we're looking for. If we start coming up to here and start breaking out this level, then you got to cut your shorts because we're gonna come back down. Okay, and then if we able to reclaim the mid-range, let's fucking go. Here we go. That'll be first set of targets there, and then we take out the highs and we can squeeze into probably over here. That'll be secondary targets, right? And then your tertiary targets is range high, and then from there we'll see what happens. Okay, 4 minutes. It's looking all right. So let's see. So that's it. See, it's wicking. There are sells over here off this low over here, this low on the candle there. So nothing too. There's nothing else, and there's nothing else. We just gotta wait. But the plans are there. Yeah, don't fall my back. When I took that short right the other day, and it was a banging ass short. There was a long you can play, but once you take that, what it's like when I managed it from, like, picture this, right? From when I entered it from 11 o'clock on Monday night, right? I was watching the chart till I entered in around about 12:30ish. That's when I entered in, whatever the time it was. I posted in the group. From there, I stayed up to about 5 o'clock in the morning. Stayed up 5 o'clock just watching it, because you have to remember my entry, my stop loss was really tight. I think it was like $2. It was just fucking stupid anyway. But like, it's really tight. So then I had to actually monitor it. I mean, there was 2 options I could have done: cut the trade and go to bed, all right, or take some profits and bring my stops to break even. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna pull this. I'm very, very adamant that this is right. This is absolutely right, because what happened was when we came into here. So yeah, so when we came into here, this is where I actually start. This is when I was like, okay, time to go to bed around here, right? I'm like, alright, cool. So we should be good. This high should hold. This high should hold itself, right? And then when I woke up at 6. I watched it. I went to bed like 6:30. I went to bed for an hour. Watched this, wick into it. Once it came back down, I'm like, alright, cool. Then now I can start playing it back down, and then I start monitoring it with you guys on the show, and off we go. We hit targets, and that's it. And Bob's your uncle, fucking play the game. So, see the Ethereum there. See what Ethereum's doing. Anyway, that's Ethereum, right? Let's just talk about Bitcoin, right? Let's see what Bitcoin is saying. We'll stop that for the day, man, bastard. Anyway, it is what it is. So Bitcoin is holding on Monday's low, right? It's showing me strength there itself. Again, we are below monthly open, so we need to be aware of where the monthly open is. Okay. Nothing much to talk about apart from Monday's range. Okay, let's just mark out these levels, and then we can start talking about it. Let me bring this here. There we go. That's better. So let's just mark it. Monday low. I mean, there's no point for me to say, yeah, let's just look for a trade now. No, because it's pumped. It's pumped. So you don't rush into it. Just let price do its thing, and then we'll read it when the time comes. Okay. So it's gonna be, just take it easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like how everyone's like, oh, your market's pumping. Like, bro, okay, it pump, innit? If it's going to break down, it's going to break down. It's going to have to retest. Market ain't going to pump, right? Always remember, when you see market pushing up like this, just like how we got right now, okay? We got this strong-ass candle, right? Don't be phased by it. Don't be shocked by this and think that, oh, yeah, we're going to go all the way up in one single godly candle. No, don't do that. Always remember, it's pumped up, no problem. What we're looking for, any retest, hold above it. Let's play it higher. Or if it was to be a deviation, we play it shorter. Whichever it wants to do. We don't fucking know. Is this a stop run? We don't know. Stop run, it could be a stop run over here. This is the high. And look at this. Could it be a stop run? I don't fucking know. But we'll find out very soon enough. But we are expecting some sort of reaction off that for us to play at least for a pullback. Now the pullback you're looking for is this now. How do we expect the pullback? Number one, it's a shallow pullback. Okay? The shallow pullback is this. If price comes back into here, comes back down, holds above it, shows bullish market structure, because that's the high, that's the lower high, higher high, low. Well, still this is the higher high actually, and then but it's like seeing market structure now shifting there, and that's the lower high, and we come back up. Oh, it's breaking up anyway, and then it's taking out this market structure here. We've taken out these highs there. Once we've taken out these highs, it's broken market structure, and now we need to look for bullishness now. Okay, so the shallow pullback is holding into this area here. That's number one. That's your entry there. You can enter there. Or the deeper pullback is you can come back down into fill out this inefficiency right over here. So can you see that? So now mark this out. The high is over here. See how it's pulling back down? So we've got nothing to worry about. Price come back down. Let it do its thing. Once it holds into this, holds and reclaim. This is now your confirmation to play back up into where? The 25% of the range. From the 25% of the range, you're looking to squeeze it up to mid-range. And that's it. That's the first area that you're looking for, because we've got the monthly open. We're going to expect the reaction, because if it wicks up and then breaks back down, then you got to fucking cut the trade. Why? Because this was resistance. This is resistance. So any retest will be a resistance. So you're going to have to take some profits there at the very minimum. You can't expect that we're going to go all the way to range high in one go, because it might not do that. Do you use a trading tool or just no trading tool or just via exchange website? You mean to trade? No, I enter with exchanges. And then I put it onto this, onto the chart itself when I entered, just to give people the visualization of what's going on and what I'm looking at as well. Because if you have dashed lines like this, like on the trading tool, it's like, oh yeah, entered in here, and I don't like that. I don't like this. I like to see green and red, like across the whole board, and I can work this out. It's just like color coordination kind of shit. So that's what we're looking for. So then, right, the thing in the monthly open. Now, if price decides to be, you know what, time to fucking go, holds above, gets back up, holds above the monthly open, right, shows bullishness, off we go, fill out all this inefficiency right here, that'll be next set of targets there, and then we go into this area here, this area there, this area of consolidation. I'll look up taking profits here, squeezing into Monday's high, and that's what it is, nothing else. And all we've done, we've played from low to high, high to low, and then low to high. That's what we're looking at. You know what I'm saying? So if this happens, right, no problem. This is all a deviation. You see how I was so patient, and we look where price is coming into this area here. That's the first area we're going to start looking at. You know, there's no need for you to start rushing into a trade just because of price pumps. Just remember that. If you take anything, any sort of alpha from anyone or anything, that's it. Just don't rush. Like literally, it's been a couple of minutes since this pumped up, and then all of a sudden it's retracing back as well. So let it establish itself. The other day I saw a famous trader crying over haters for being mean on Twitter. Are you getting reach, bro? I hope, bruv. You know what? They can hate on me, man, but they can suck my balls, man. Honestly, I'm telling you straight. Anyone who wants to hate on me, carry on, bruv. Give me the fucking the spotlight. I'll tell them all, suck my balls. I couldn't give a shit about haters, man. You got nothing better in your life, right, to do. And all you do is just fucking sit down on Twitter. You've made a lot of losses there. You ain't made no money. You don't know how to trade. You got no fucking penis as well. You probably lost half a ball. You fucking, grown a bit of puberty in as well. Thinking you're a big man. But shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Dumbass motherfuckers. You can't fucking get. You can't just what you call it. You can't get into. You can't let these people win, you know. Because look, if you're gonna be an influencer, you have to expect people hating on you. I like haters. I think they're cool. Because these are the guys that are actually fucking interesting people, you know? I'm not gonna lie to you, it sounds weird, but I'll tell you something about haters. They're donkeys, man. I'll tell you something about haters, right? They give you that engagement. You know how Twitter's looking for engagement right now, saying I gave you 1,000x and this X and this X? That if they're hating on you, they're giving you the engagement you want. It's negative, I get it. But you got two options. Don't read the fucking comments, man. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, fucking hell. Hate on this motherfucker. Hate on me. I think getting 27R. Fuck you, man. The funny thing is, on Friday, I posted a trade live and direct, and I said this, right? 12R. Come on Tuesday, do 27R. You're telling me on 2 days worth of trading, I do what? 27 plus 12 is 39R. Come on, bruv. How are you gonna hate on me, man? And if you want to hate on me, fine, man. Hate on me. I don't give a shit. But yeah, that's the plan, though. Dude, you know what it is, right? You got to remember. We're brown. We're brown, innit? Like, I'm brown. I'll tell you about myself. I'm a brown guy who lived in Allen Rock. Allen Rock B8 in Birmingham, right? It's like the ghetto of ghettos. So if you're from America, it's like Compton. No word of a lie. I'm not messing about. Allen Rock is Compton. Anyone from Allen Rock? Gap, you can back me up on this as well. Because you're from Brum. Anyone from Birmingham knows Allen Rock is like, it's the American version of Compton. Okay? Picture this, sir. They were selling cocaine in my garden, fam. I was like 8 years old and I was watching this. I was like fucking in the shed. There's a burnt down shed in the back of my garden in it. One day, me and my boys are playing. We see two guys jump over the fucking fence in it. And we're like, what the fuck in it? We were like 8, and And the next thing is these geezers like they go into the shed, and so we peep through the window, like it's like the gap, and we see them like open one of the drawers, and there's a bag of cocaine like this big in it, right? And it's like he gives money and then takes the. It was fucking crazy, man. It was fucking. I told my dad about this, and he was really pissed off at me for watching this. I was like, what? But then, like the next time, bro, I'll tell you something. Like he saw them jump the fence, bro. He go grab the machete in it. My dad was nuts, fam. Grab the machete, goes outside. Like, fuck you, like proper like blasting them. And they see my dad, so they get scared in it. The fence is quite high, so they try to jump over the fence. My dad grabs the machete, swings it right, fucking goes for it flying. Hits the fucking wood right and misses the guy's leg probably about 5 inches away. Like that accuracy was something else. It was like the coolest accuracy I've ever seen. And bang, like they never came back again. And then shortly afterwards, we actually think we left. But we moved from what you call it, Allen Rock to Agos Green. Now Agos Green at that time in the year 2000 was fucking was a white man's area. Proper white man, bro. Like picture this, right? We went to school. It was the only brown guys there. Me and my brother. We were the only brown people there. There was no brown mans there in it. So like, you hear all these things like packy this, packy that, and then 9/11 happened as well. So that was a whole different story. That was a mad one. I was in cadets and shit like that. And yeah, I told the story. I said the story already. I don't know if I said it here or in the DCC, but I was in the cadets, and 9/11 happened. Like the dude, one of the guys, right, was like yeah, your dad's been Laden, this and that in it, and like he's blowed up the twin towers and whatever. And I didn't make it any easier. I said yeah, my dad's been Laden. He's gonna blow your fucking mum up in it. So yeah, picture like 9 or 10 guys just all beating the shit out of me. I was like what, about 10 years old or so, no 11. But 10, 11 years old at that time when that happens, and yeah, then that was it. Never went cadets again. But I grew up in this kind of environment where racism happens and people hate on you and shit happens. I grew up into that. This is nothing. You're gonna hate me on Twitter, bruv. I'll take Twitter over fucking racism any day, bruv. Give me Twitter any day. Twitter's hate is nothing. You can switch it off, man. Easy, fam. MSS, MSB, red short segment, perfect horizontals. How do you draw them? Market structure. What's MSS? What's that mean? Sounds like a gang you just saying there. MSS, MSB. What are you saying there, bro? But yeah, so we're looking at this now. See how this works out now. But there's nothing much more to say apart from that. I mean, where am I wrong? If we get back below range low, right? I went on story time actually. Fucking out. Story time. I love my story times. So where are we looking at? Let me just remove this bit here. There we go. I mean, look, if it comes back down, right? Finds resistance, oops. Comes back down, finds resistance, right? Loses low here, for example. Then we can play it back down into this low here, and then feel like the inefficiency, and then we see how we react. Do we hold above it and come back up? I don't know. But really and truly, the fact that we hold above this, right? I have to be honest with you, right? Now that it's actually hold above it, oh, fuck off, man. Let me get my levels up. Yeah, now that we got this bullishness there, let me look on the 5 minutes now. This is what I like. I like to time things up on the 5 minutes now. Okay, 5 minutes with the stop run. We're coming to this area here. All right, so what's happening? We got what's it there? All right, so we got this. We got we got a block over here that's causing the whole thing, the whole breakdown. So we can still be bearish, but we'll see. But that's why there's a pullback there. Same time. So the block I'm talking about is this. Just right over here. Oh, right over there. There we go. Can you see that area there? It kind of kisses it really, really well, actually. This area here, right, was breakdown, retest, breaks down, retest, wicks it out, takes out the highs over there, takes out, takes out the highs over there, I believe, and then comes back down to range low, comes back up to range high, comes back down to range low, then we lose this area here, and then again, we come back to range high, which means that we can come back down to range low. Do you know what I'm saying? You can still come back to range low, right? It is a short. You can short this right now. I mean, if I were to short this, how would I do it? Let's have a look. I might have to scalp on this motherfucker right now. Let's go to the 1 minute. So if I were to short this with the idea that every time it keeps coming off that block and it's sending it back down, back into range low, with that idea, how do we play this? We might can get short on this. I don't see why not. It's literally here. So. Alright, so I just need this data right here. So where is it? So this is the area right there. If we come back up, right? Okay, so it's come back down now. So I won't really short this now. I wanna get a nice entry around here. So let it do its thing. We know we got a base somewhere around here. Where's the base? The base is right over here. No, I wouldn't say that. It's right here. This is where the base is at. So I can see price coming back down, holding around here, and you're retesting this area and break down. This is my entry. I can enter in here. Stop loss over there. We can play it back down to range low over here. Back into this area here. Once we lose this area there. And guys, do you remember in the DCC? Do you remember we did this? We did this on a scalping video. What was it, last week or the week before? The week before. The price action is very, very similar. It's very, very similar. It's all the blueprint was there for you guys anyway. So then once we lose this low there, then we can say, yeah, okay, where's the next set of targets? Next set of targets we're looking at is this high. You see that? Because we haven't retested that high over here. We have a gap over here. Send this back down. That's the secondary targets. Lose this low there. Come back down to range low into this block of consolidation right there. And I think that's a very possible play of a scalp. And I think that's a fucking thing. If that happens, let's do this on live. I know we're 55 minutes. Fuck, 55 minutes in, and now we're doing this now. Bastard. Do gold also follow the range bound environment? Yeah, bro. Everything follows range bound. You know, range bound environment. It's It's like some people, weirdly enough, not many people play it. But I think it's the easiest way to understand market, because you have to always remember that price is always in a range. Anything with numbers is in a range, right, bro? Milk is in a range, bro. When I bought milk, right, like yesterday, it was £1.35 in it. Fucking like the one stop around the corner where I live in it. Milk is 1.35, right? Before it used to be £1, and it goes up to £1.10. Oh, okay, we'll come back down here. Fucking bastard. That would have been an entry there, but never mind. I mean, like, this is where I would have preferred to enter in here, around here, with a stop loss there. But if we don't get it, we don't get it. We don't get it. I want to see how this works at this low over here. I want to see it come back up this high there. Then we can start playing it. So let's see what's up. So yeah, milk's in a range, man. Milk's at 1.35. So you could go to £1.80. I don't know. I'm making these numbers up in it as we talk about. And then at £1.80, you go to, like, I don't know, £1.35, and it's still in the range between 1.35 and £1.80. You know, so everything is always in a range, bro. Bastard, is it really gonna go now? You're not gonna let us fucking at least make me look cool in front of everyone? I got like 55 friends here on YouTube, right? And you're not gonna make me look cool. Come on, man. But yeah, if we come back into here, hold support, like we said, plans for bullishness, we can play the bullishness plan. So obviously we've got levels to hold into, like this high. I'll probably say it's this high right here. This is the high. There you go. Can you see that? That is deviation, resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke above it, right? So then, which means, right, if price comes back down over here, hold support, where's your confirmation? Above here, hold above it, and let's go up higher. This is where you can enter in with conviction, with better conviction, because we've got increased probability, and that's how it is. If price comes into here, right, there you go, you can play it back up, hold, oops. So if price were to come back up and hold above it, again, you can play this scalp long all the way back up to this area here, see how we react, and then break down, and then we do this price action over there. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the beauty about 1 minute. There's so many things you can do. You just gotta pay attention to it. Equal highs on ETH for 1 minute. Oh, interesting. Bowen is gonna pump price of milk. How? How are you gonna pump price of milk, bro? What are you gonna do? Buy more milk. Reduce the supply. So then like do a milk ban. That's not what you're gonna do. Deflationary fucking milk. Draw short red lines. How to please? Which red lines? Oh, you mean the thingy? Oh, you mean what you call it? This. This is that what you're talking about? AI. Okay, so what you do, right? On TradingView, let me move this there. There we go. You can see. So you see here, right? You got like Fibonacci's and all that kind of stuff, right? And the shapes. You got all the shapes and text, right? One of them, right, should have like prediction and measurement tools. You go on the prediction and measurement tools, then you got long and short position. So let's say if I was short, I click on a short, for example, onto the area I was on there. Then I can adjust my highs and my lows over here. I'll do a video quite soon about this, right? We are going to do a basic guide, traders for beginners. So, and we're going to talk about a lot of tools, like simple tools, right? Which I think is very, very useful for everybody to understand. So that even if your mom wants to trade one day, they can check out my video, and they literally should have enough information to get them going, and then they can follow the stream. Yeah. So, and then if you double click on it, for example, you have you can change your entry price, your your profit level price, and where your stop level price. You can change that all there quite neatly as well. And you can just drag it as you want, and you can read how many R's you want. So for example, if you had a short over here and you wanted to target like this area here, wherever the number is, and then you're like, okay, that's 2.5 R. Okay. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully that helps you, man, bro. What should we Dixie as well? I can see Dixie at minus 0.24%. So let's have a look. So yeah, I mean, we've done all the plans pretty much as well. Let's just talk about Dixie, and let's talk about ES and see what happened. Ooh, fucking on the 1 minute looks nasty. So that's so cool though. So we found resistance over here. Interestingly enough. So we talked about this level here yesterday, right? What we said yesterday was two things, right? Number one, We wanted a shallow pullback over here, which happened, and a breakdown, long your fucking alts, okay? Long your alts, long your BTC, long your ETH, and whatever, all that kind of stuff. Breast milk is... Bowinder, how do you know this, bro? This Bowinder knows that breast milk has more protein. It's better than protein shake. Fucking hell, fam. It's better than protein shake. Fucking Bowinder. Bro. Sucking on titties and shit. Yo, Bowinder's sucking on titties and shit. He's actually trying to measure out the protein. Oh, Bowinder. God bless you, my bro. God bless you. Oh, man. You're making me want to pee now, you know? Oh, shit. Do I want to pee? Fuck, I need to pee. 1 second, dude. Be right back. Give me 2 minutes. And then we'll talk about dollar index and whatnot. Let me make a note of this. BRB. No, be right back. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys. And then we'll talk about dollar index, right? Let's see what's up then. Alright there. Sorry about that, guys. Appreciate that, man. It says PPs. Fucking hell, man. So, when it comes to thingy, the dollar index, right? Let's look at what dollar index is saying. Fucking hell, man. It's going on an hour and 4 minutes. This is a mad long show, isn't it? So, yeah. So, we're looking for this area here. So, no, that was number one. Any breakdown, then we can start playing it back into lower prices. But instead, we got up, we held support, and we came back up there. So, now, where did it go? I was looking for, potentially, does it come back up and fill out this gap there? Do you remember this gap that we talked about? Let's just highlight that. That was a gap right around here. Like, I'm talking about bodily candles, right? There's a bit of a gap right there. Let's bring that there. There we go. I was like, do we fill this out, right? So I was watching this area there, and obviously decided to do a bit of a deviation of that 26th of September's Monday's low, and we found resistance, and we come back down, where we're going to go down at least in a minimum of here, like the inefficiency of here, and then we'll see how we react. Do we come back down here? So this area is a key level. That's a key SR, okay? Why is it so important? Because you can see the deviation, support, come back down, resistance, and then once we come back up, we hold support. So this is a key SR. So there's going to be support and resistance. When we come back down, it's going to be support. So we're going to have to expect some sort of reaction of bullish play. And a breakdown, once it breaks down and shows us bearishness, let's go back down and come into this area there, and then let's play lower prices. And when this happens over here, happy days. We're gonna go into a lot more bullish plays for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, so there is a bit of a chop on dollar. It's gonna be a bit difficult, right? But you play this level to level. Like I said, as long as you have that in mind and you focus on what the ranges are on Bitcoin and Ethereum using Monday's range. Monday's range is key. It's helping me a lot in terms of, it will help me a lot in terms of if I want to flip bulls or if I want to flip longs or shorts. So we play from there. We play from there and see what happens. Okay, that's ES. Sorry, that's dollar index. ES, where's it coming down? ES come down, right, at this area here. This area here is where you find support, and it's reclaimed the mid-range. I mean, we're making double tops, triple tops, whatever you want to call it. We don't know if we're going to get bullish. How do we get bullish on this? It's still within this range over here, as everyone can see. We're in this range bound environment right there from this range, and we had a couple of deviations on across the market itself, a bit of deviation here. We don't know. It can just range bound here, but where are we going to look for? Reaction off the range high. So if it comes back into the range high, finds resistance, starts breaking down, then that means dollars should be actually pushing up, and then the Bitcoin and Ethereum should start breaking down. If it gets down below a range, the Monday's low, and starts breaking down, we'll take the shorts with it. Okay, plans was already discussed, and we just play it there level to level. I've been smoking the same cigarette for like 2 hours, man. What the fuck? But yeah, then play back down to 75, the mid range. From the mid range, see if we can fill out this inefficiency right over here, back into the range low, and that's all it is. And then we can play the shorts on Bitcoin and play the shorts on Ethereum. I think there's going to be a bit more chop across the market as the earnings are going to get unfold over the next couple of days. Okay, so be very careful. Don't start looking for higher prices. Don't start looking for lower prices unless you're swing trading. It's a different story, that is. But on a day-to-day basis, it's just looking like it's going to ping pong a little bit over here until probably November. I did say September is the dump, October is consolidation, November tends to be a breakout. Which way? Hopefully on the upside. So we'll see how it goes, but we have time to actually play this as it goes on level to level. Okay, so that's it. Actually, that's pretty much it. Someone asked about sushi. Let me just quickly look at sushi, because I played that short quite well the other day, last week or the week before, whichever it was. I mean, sushi's at range high, is it? 25% of range. I mean, where's he finding resistance? He's literally finding resistance off this here in 4 hours. If you look on the 4 hour chart, see this area of consolidation right there. So look, this here. Is it here? No. Okay, so I think it's the double barrel. So from this low here to this high here, you can see where the resistance is finding. So if it comes back up, pushes up, it makes sense for Bitcoin to push up a little bit, break down, any breakdown over here. You can see a trend line there, loses the trend line there, come back down, take out this lows over here. That's target 1. Target 2 will be the mid range, which is a $1.30 around there. And then once we lose this, we've got inefficiency over here. We're going to find some reaction there, which can come back down, hold above it. Once we lose this low there, then we fill out all this inefficiency there, fill this in out over here, play it back down, all this 75% range, and that's the quarterly range low, right? That's the quarterly range low, and then we'll see how it reacts. This is an area consolidation over here. Can you see? We had a breakout, a retest, expansion, and that's it. Do we come back down here? So we are going to have to start looking for profits over here. So I'm going to see how this works out on sushi. Sushi doesn't look great to me, in my opinion. It doesn't look great. It could well take out these highs over here. Let's have a look. Yeah, if it does this, right, for example, comes back up, holds above it, then I'm happy to play this. All the take out these highs over there, and then come up to range high, and then see what happens there. Any sort of deviation, breakdown, I'll play it back down lower, right, back into the 75% range, and then mid range. Or if it was to be a breakout play, and we're like in November, and we're gonna expect a bullish breakout, then I'll play it like this. So that's sushi for me. So not too convinced. It is October, so we're gonna play it level to level, see how this goes out. Okay. Bro, sushi, if you can, if we can short that, it would be great. It'd be great. But that's it for me, really. Actually, we're gonna call it a day. And before I go, what's Eve doing? Delete that. I've got to stop down that. 1 hour. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. Let it unfold a little bit. I'm just not too keen to long at the moment, That's where it's come out to. This is where it's found resistance off here. Right here. So if it comes back down, breaks down, let's play it back to level. That's it. And then we'll see from there. Loses low, then you know what? fucking lights out, motherfuckers. That's what it is. Let's a quick look view. That's the 25% of. So what it is on the 1 hour. This is the mid range of July's range, and this is 25% range. So if I were to do a Fibonacci and just have a look at an approximate level of where the mid range is, we are kissing that mid range right now. Can you see it right now? You're just gonna make this shit up. Just make this green, put a bit of thickness to it, and you can see that we are at the mid range. So do we reclaim that mid range? Let me just delete all this just for a second so you guys can start seeing it. That's the mid range. So the question is, do we come back up? I need to see us hold above this, and then I can start saying, yeah, monthly open, and see if we can squeeze into these highs, take out that, and then go into, you know, Monday's high, and then this, and then this. So these are the areas we're looking for, or because it's that mid range, macro mid range of July's range, and a breakdown I'm looking for coming back down. So again, liquidity is over here, inefficiencies over here, liquidity is there, lose. What was it? I was telling the guy something actually. Where was it low? Give me a second. Let's bring this all back up. Let me delete this up. There was a particular low that I showed everyone. Yeah, that's it. Lose this low over here. See this low there? This is the particular low that I'm quite interested in as well. This is support, 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 deviation, support, support. We come back down, right? No problem. If we lose this low, find resistance, it's not support no more. Now become resistance. I will take the short stop loss over here, for example, playing it back down to this area here, and then squeezing it down to range low. Sorry, 25% of the range, which comes to about 1204, 1205, yeah, 1204-ish, and that's what we're looking for. So it was all a bit of a who fucking knows October. That's what it is, isn't it? You're welcome, Fabio. I appreciate that, man. All right, cool. That's it for me, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. Plans all there in terms of BTC and Ethereum. Catch you guys tomorrow, and yeah, it's Friday, man. Have a good Thursday. Take care of yourself, and my love to you guys.